Hey there everybody, how you doing? I am Francis and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So this is the first time in a real long time that I'm actually playing the story. Like I took a break from playing this to, do the side stories and whatnot because I decided to, record the side stories before, Monica goes into the game and changes things because I don't know if she, deletes the side stories with the characters. So I didn't want to take any chances. So I decided to get those out of the way before we continue into the story, but we're diving back into it. Club meeting time, we wrote a poem, and we're doing some stuff for, the festival, so let's just jump back into this, alright?
Oh man, I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too. We're both late. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano.
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you.
That's right, it takes more than one person to make a club.
And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
Well, I don't know if you were willing to help out. You'd sort of just, bombarded all on us, all on one day. Like you're like, hey, we're doing this for the festival, we're going to be reciting poems, and without warning or even getting a chance to practice, you're like, you know what, come up to the podium, we're going to be doing some rehearsal, right now. I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be great.
Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Yeah, what changed? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. You really do, Natsuki. Monica, do they usually have fried squid?
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to.
Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people?
I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Because it's right in your name. Man Ika. Funny, Natsuki. Cracking jokes, are we?
That's not how you say my name at all, you know. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
It kinda does, Monica.
Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Struck a nerve, did I? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are! Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori! I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again, aren't you? She does have a spaced out look on her face, yeah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? But I want to talk to you, girl. We're friends, aren't we? We walk home every day. Is everything alright? Of course, why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine though, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Well, alright if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Francis, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? What do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monica appears across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Yes. All my senses are telling me something's bothering her. Like, I'm not usually the best when it comes to reading people, but yeah, she's not very high in the fact that, you know, something's bothering her.
Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Francis. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now, okay?
No, that's fine. It's important to me too, you see. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the people of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Why would Sayori's mind be on me of all people? There ain't much special about me, girl.
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Huh?
She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Francis. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you?
No, I haven't, because in-game me is kind of a dimwit, I'll be honest.
I think I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyways, right? Oh, I'm embarrassed. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I just said, okay? Forget it. Erase it from your memory. I didn't say anything. I try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. Sorry, I can't speak apparently. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. Well, it's kind of a private conversation about a private matter. Of course, she's not going to say it so loud that the whole club could, hear. Especially Yuri, who always has open ears. Like, even if she's not watching, she's always listening in on conversations. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everybody else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. You could have been the one to talk to her instead of going to Monica, just saying. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? Well, I know why I'm being watched. You guys are watching me. Hi! I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her okay, that's why I feel like I'm being noticed. Yuri's watching me. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I've realized that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. Yeah, because it's pretty much a part of our daily routine when we come to this club, I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But, I could tell that you want to be alone with your thoughts. alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at you or anything. Please don't think that of me as weird or anything. I wasn't. I swear, I wasn't. I didn't do anything creepy like that. I swear I'm not creepy. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I will be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. It kinda is that big of a deal. It's about a fellow club member. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, I see. That's quite romantic. Excuse me? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time. That's all there is to it. There's no romance involved. Oh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Francis, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep behind plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I'm not saying that at all, no. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. No argument there. She is an enigma. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, you see. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, yeah, you see right through me, don't you? I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends. That's all there is to it. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I know it sounds like I'm trying to defend myself, but it really is just that. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is... I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me way too much credit, girl. I'm a pretty simple guy, not much special about me. Do I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings? I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you are. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. We'll just leave it at that. Anyways, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, I suppose? Yeah, I'm okay with it. Let's do this. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyways. Well, we're back to our typical reading session. Okay, never mind, we're not. God damn it, Monica. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Oh boy, it's poem time! Before I know it, everyone is back to normal. Or everything is back to normal, not everyone. You could say we were far from normal anyways. There is no going back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Maybe we should ask. Yeah, you know what? I'll start with Monica and see what up with her and Sayori. See how Sayori's doing. Although maybe I should have gone seen Sayori. Oh well, can't change my mind now.
Hi, Francis. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, that's another thing. I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. Just like you. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem, shall we?
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
I like it. I really do.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh jeez.
Oh no. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write.
Well, I did write with her in mind, kinda. I mean, I was going for somebody different because I wanted to unlock more of the side stories. But I didn't want to get too far into this before doing the side story, so I kind of just made up a new save and didn't get any further than this, and basically that was enough to unlock all of the side stories. Interestingly.
And she's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment.
Okay, if you say so.
Yep, there are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of, yeah. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Okie dokie. Let's have a look. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victims of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star, glimmering in a twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat. And I pick up a gust of wind. Yeah, once you know more about this game, you notice that Monica's poems are a lot of foreshadowing.
I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we have all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about now, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yeah, that! Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you whether your writing is good or okay or bad or just plain ugly, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
You know, I'm kind of glad I'm not talking to Monica anymore because Monica's voice, like pulling off that voice that I've given Monica, like, I know I should change it because it's kind of really killing my throat, but I've been doing it for so long since I first played Doki Doki Literature Club that it's kind of hard to break that habit, even though I know that in the middle of the recording or even after the recording, definitely after the recording, I'm going to regret it because it's a real killer on the throat. Anyways, we're done with her, so let's move on to Sayori, shall we? Want to know how my best friend is doing? It's nice, I guess. What do you mean you guess? Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Yeah, I kind of did. I was trying to write it for you, but Natsuki words kept popping up. Maybe that's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Francis. Sayori, are you sure there is nothing wrong? Huh? No, nothing's wrong. I'm fine. I'm just a little tired today, that's all. Nervous laugh. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? I'm fine. You can go play with everyone else now, okay? If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. It's really, though, like, it's really in-game really this dense. Like, her poems, the way she's acting today is clearly a cry for help. How am I ignoring all these warning signs? Like, really? Alright, well, that was a thing. Let's go share a poem with my girl, Yuri. Decided to try something different today, have we? Yeah, I guess so. Why not, expand my horizons, try something else, Is that good or bad? Well, it's neither, honestly. I have my preferences, of course, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kinda afraid of disappointing you in some way or another, though. Me? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable it be. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. Oh, I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. Girl, I've done the same thing. You're fine. I think everybody has before. You're fine, okay? I'm just a little too used to it, that's all. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's just move on, okay? Alright. do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here you go. Beach! I moved millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to evade at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. Honestly, Yuri, it's a bit metaphorical. I expect nothing less from you. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, it was amusing that we wrote something similar in such different ways. Yeah, I wouldn't know because last time I didn't get to read Yuri's poem Natsuki's poem because my poem was obviously written for you and she just really wouldn't give me the time of day, so we didn't really get to read her poem. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple and it can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. That's interesting, yeah. Now let's go see what Natsuki's wrote in. Yeah. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next? Okay, well, I think Natsuki has made up her mind that she hates us. Oh well, that's fine with me. Poem sharing ended a bit faster than usual. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Yeah. Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. That's right, you said, okay, you three, instead of okay, everybody. Catchphrase? What are you going on about? I don't have a catchphrase. Oh, but you do. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe, but this isn't a book. This is a reality. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems that you're right. Yeah, Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyways? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. You know, that's a harsh way to put it, but... in this case, I think Natsuki's right. I really should have gone with her. Like, she's obviously not well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. All three of you. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys, calm down. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine.
I don't think so. What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right! Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can,
Oh, this is awkward. Poor Yuri feels like unneeded here.
Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
I'm useless. Oh, Yuri, I know it looks that way, but you're really not. Oh.
No! That's not it at all! You're the most talented person here, you know that! Now Natsuki's pouting too.
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Yeah, she's basically the thing that just holds this club together and keeps the atmosphere positive. Without her, everything's just falling apart. We need you, girl!
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know that. So, you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Atmosphere? About that, I love the atmosphere! Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Okay. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Francis.
The one who is truly useless, yeah.
Don't you say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be very appreciative of that.
That's... If Monica is suggesting I spend some weekend with one of the club members, how on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. Well, you obviously don't need me. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Francis may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. Yep, so therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. Well, maybe not, but you did imply that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Oh, you have no idea. Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Francis to... What are you saying? Could you both shut up? I'm capable of making my own decisions. It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, calm down, settle down. Let's not have an argument. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Francis to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet. So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said... I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I was just saying no.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys just shut up so I can make my decision?
Francis, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course. Very well.
In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. Well, yeah, we gotta make a decision. Who's it gonna be? But of course, I'm going to go with... Well, I want to go with my girl Yuri. Like, she needs to help more. But, you know, Sayori hasn't really been herself. I think I should go. I think I'm gonna go with Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, and but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No.
Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay?
Okay, well in that case, Natsuki already made it clear she don't like me, so spending the day with her would be a living nightmare. So, by process of elimination, I guess that needs my girl Yuri. So, obviously, gonna go with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you?
Natsuki! I can already tell you're about to say something mean and stupid.
No. I was just saying.
So you'll be helping Yuri then, Francis?
Well, yeah, what other choice do I have? Like, Sayori's gonna be helping you. Natsuki is an expert bake. I know nothing about baking, so I wouldn't be much help anyways. And she would just put me down the whole day, so spending time with her would be an absolute nightmare. So by process of elimination, that means Yuri, because Yuri has more of a workload. She's making decorations. One of you is baking cupcakes, the other one's making pamphlets. She's got the most work to do, and we artistic people gotta stick together. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful.
That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself?
Well, I mean, yeah. I already said that I would be fine.
Okay.
Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Well, she's always a little sour. She's a little sourpuss.
So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited?
Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Just a little bit.
Do you feel the same way, Francis?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki?
Natsuki, say something. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, you didn't. That's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm really sorry for this. I don't really know why Francis picked me, and also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so, yeah, I get it. Enough of the pep talk. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden? I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it wasn't working perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. No argument there, girl. I believe you.
Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? Not at all, no. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, no argument with me. It doesn't really matter where we do it. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself. I think we'll make a very productive team. No argument there. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. No, I didn't feel bad or anything. It's really the only place where I felt useful. Wait! You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? She looked straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. It's exciting to think about. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Do we though? Like, come on, tell me how you're really feeling, Gamey. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. I'll just go with it, and I'll have a good time. Yes, we will. Club time's gonna be fun. It's already Sunday. Wow, we skipped Saturday. Either way, that is gonna be the end of this episode. So thank you everybody for joining me. Come back to Doki Doki Let's Club. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And I'll see you guys next time as we spend a little day with Yuri. See you guys then. Thank you for joining me. Have a nice day. Bye everybody.